Oh yeah, we're gonna make fun of my 70 badass followers on Twitter. Half marathon, huh? Oh yeah, wow, that's impressive. Wait, now you're 24, is that right? Yeah, I ran my first half marathon when I was how many miles in a half marathon? 13! Anyway, today I'm going to use my business degree and many an econ class to talk about the complex inner workings of our nation's economy and its taxation laws. Starting off with the TPC and the CCC, the TPC being the Tax Policy Center and the CCC being the chocolate chip cookie. Here's how I see it. We're all in a lunchroom and there's a bully. The bully will steal our lunch if we don't give him a percentage of our dessert or cookie. We all sat down and agreed that we give him a percentage of our cookie because while it would be nice to have, we don't need that portion of our lunch from a nutritional standpoint. The idea was if we all sacrifice a portion of our cookies, we could keep the bully at bay and no one person would get singled out and get their lunch stolen. So we had a system. But as time went on, we started to see a division of cookie quality across the lunchroom. Some kids focused really hard on their baking and made the best cookies in the cafeteria. Some were just the children of bakers and kind of lucked their way into the best cookies. Others were spending nap time with seasoned bakers and were showing up with fresh new cookies every day. Then there were the masses, the kids who had cookies that were, alright, culinary grads, but those whose focus wasn't in baking. Mo muffins, mo problems, am I right? Finally, those kids who brought the lesser cookies to the table. Whether it be their focus in life wasn't to make really good cookies, or their parents weren't the kind of parents who signed them up for baking lessons, or for some reason that we don't know, they had to settle for whatever cookies the cafeteria had to offer that day. Now, what I'm trying to show here with this analogy is that every person is in the situation that they're in for one reason or another. There are those people who are in the top 1% who worked their asses off their entire life to be in the top 1%. And then there are also those people in the top 1% who were born into it. They were lucky enough to be part of a family that happened to be in the top 1%. Then there are those people who live a meager lifestyle, and maybe that's because they had a poor support system when they were kids, or they took a risk that didn't pay off. But then there are those people who make a meager living because they just didn't work hard enough. In a perfect world, let's say the kids would all have to give 5% of their cookie. That way the burden is the same for each kid. 5%, even if that 5% isn't the same for each kid. But no matter what, it's 5% of what they have to offer. Whether that be 5% of a dry, tasteless cookie, or 5% of a warm, melty, delicious chocolate chip cookie. Now, I know on this channel we very rarely venture into political topics, but this is one that I actually really wanted to know what everybody thought about, because it's something that's big in the news recently, it's big in our lives, it's going to affect you someday, so I want to know what you think. So for my question of the day today, I hope this one requires some degree of thought, but if you are the bully, how would you collect the cookies? Jay, I hope this analogy made sense, but that's all I've got for you today, man. I'll see you tomorrow.